the writer is creating a reality for the reader. It's almost like creating a new or different reality. So first thing we have to talk about is what is real? What is, say, reality? How do we know something is real? And typically, we do through our five senses. You know, we see, hear, smell, taste, touch, and this is how we know something is real. So the first thing that has to happen in your writing is you become the five senses of the reader. Everything that happens in a certain time and place. So if you can imagine, it's kind of like when we were studying math in high school and we had the X, Y coordinates and we're making charts. It's like every moment in our lives, everything that happens to us happens at a sort of intersection of time and space. We're in one location at any given time. Your writing is going to be very, very unique. I mean, that's the condition of human beings, is we have these unique individual experiences of the world. Given that we're human beings, we're not just bringing in information from our senses, we're not just locating ourselves in time and place, but information comes inside us and we have an emotional reality. We have our feelings. This is our internal world, and this really motivates our writing for others. You know, kind of gets us going. Now, I'm going to sort of cross out reality and put in image, because when you do descriptive writing, fiction, poetry, plays, however you want to write, in essence, it's an image-making process. It informs the imagination of the reader. Image being the root word of imagination. So what happens is you're creating this world for others, and it creates images in their minds, and that's the creative writing process. We write from our own experiences. Even if we want to write fantastically, science fiction, whatever, we experience the world in three different ways. One is now, the present, this moment in time and space. I'll just put the present under here. Then there is the past, and we record images of the past in the form of memories. You have memories that are so vivid, you know, that you remember smells, tastes, you know, you can go back to a place and it's like you're there again. So memory is another way that we still, even though we're in the present, we can have the experience of the past through our memories, and it still happens in the form, you know, of feelings and five senses and a time and place. The other place where we experience the world is dream. So when people tell me I can't write, I say, well, you can dream, you can describe a dream, you can describe a memory, you can, you know, just write automatically right now. And then we begin to form it and relate it to the different genres of creative writing. When I teach creative writing, I sort of come and have people write from these different experiences. Immediate writing, automatic writing, what are you feeling now? Sometimes just getting as many words down on the page as you can in just 3 minutes or so. I do a lot of memory work. We write memories of the past. And then sometimes we do dreams, and there are all kinds of different dreams, recurring dreams and flying dreams and falling dreams and clairvoyant dreams. So most of my curriculum, and I have lots of different exercises that come out of all of these different domains of experience. But I want you to think about one person maybe who had say, impact on your life in one way or another, an individual. And what I'd like you to do is describe that person, but I want you to do, it's called like a thumbnail sketch, which is where you focus on them in your memory, where you see them best, like standing in a doorway, in a kitchen, you know, what's the location, time of day, all of that. It's almost like you're doing a painting. You can put in a little snatch of dialogue, what they might be saying and such, but also what they're wearing, appearance and such. But you don't have to explain why this was a significant person, but just through your description, you know, just do a quick character sketch. It might be like, you know, she's standing over the kitchen stove, gingham dress, Grits are bubbling. You can hear the plop, plop. The smell of bacon is in the air. The mockingbird singing outside. She's humming under her breath, "You are my sunshine." Her hair is tied back into a knot. In my mind, she was my grandmother. She must have been about 50 years old or so. But you know what I'm saying? You don't have to write in complete sentences. It can be just fragments. It can be just little sensory elements and such. So that would be a character sketch. But if you do it in present tense, like it's happening right now. Be attentive to all the senses, particularly sense of smell. If you write the dream, you would write it like a screenplay. You'd write it in present tense. The thing that makes people just not able to write dreams is it changes all the time. Like, I'm standing on a dark street, leaves are clattering past in the flow, there's a full moon, I see clouds above me, ahead is an old house with broken windows. Suddenly, and then that's the thing, the dream just immediately changes. I'm inside. You don't walk there. Dreams operate like a pond of just all kinds of experience. And the way the dream operates, it's like skipping a stone on a pond. And it just jumps ahead. And it moves through time like that. So you could have a dream in 10 minutes which covers a year's experience. It jumps from, through time. But because it's sort of heading in a direction, in a weird way we connect it all and it makes sense. For instance, a screenwriter might write, overhead shot, car, black limousine crossing bridge. Cut to a gloved hand knocks on a door. Now, if I wrote that in a story, or a poem, it would be kind of incoherent. But in a movie or a TV show, we know that whoever was in that car got to where they're going, and it just crunched time, and now the hand knocking on the door is the person who's in the car. That we decipher that and make sense of those kind of totally unrelated images because that's what we do in our dreams. So we'll take about 5-10 minutes, and y'all just dive in. And remember, try to use sensory information as much as possible. Don't really, if it's the dream, try not to describe what it means. Just describe it. And if it's the character sketch, you don't have to tell us why that person was significant. The way you describe them will probably tell us a little bit about how you feel about them. Okay?